If you're starting to prep for the SAT, know that you are in good company. More than 2.2 million students in the class of 2019 alone took the SAT. Still, it was daunting for them, and it just may be daunting for you. Folks, we're here to help in addition to a lot of great free test prep SAT videos you can also access right here on this very YouTube channel. You can start getting into an SAT mindset with 7 tips in this very video that'll help you be strategic as you approach the rest of your SAT prep. First things first, let's cut to the chase. The SAT doesn't test how smart you are, it tests how well you do on the SAT. So find out how well you do on the SAT. Like everyone, you have strengths and you have weaknesses. Take a practice test and see where you stand. We offer them for free, both in person as well as online right here at the Princeton Review, and simulating testing conditions. Folks, of course, always time yourself. You can use it on your smartphone or on your old-fashioned alarm clock, but take it all the way through and do time yourself. Time management and endurance will be key to your success on the SAT. Plus, the more tests like your practice test is, the more realistic your baseline SAT score is apt to be. Next up, even on that practice test and on every future practice test and real-life SAT you ever take, you will want to take the easy test first, folks. What do I mean? I do not mean that you should be defying the rules on the test and flipping back and forth between sections, but I do mean within a section, answering the questions that are easy first, then doing the ones that are medium difficulty, and then, if you have time, working on the hard questions. Do not waste precious minutes working through challenging questions, leaving yourself no time to do the questions that you easily know how to do. All of the questions, from the mind-bendingly hard problems, word problems, to the easy-peasy algebra question, are worth the same number of points, and you don't need to get all of the questions right to earn an awesome score, so invest your time wisely, my friends. Speaking of hard questions, if you don't know the right answer and you're not going to get it in the time allotted, then guess. Please, for the love of ice cream, don't leave anything blank. And use your test booklet. Cross off answers you know are wrong. It's often much easier to determine 3 wrong answers rather than looking for 1 correct answer. And if you have to guess, you're guessing out of 2 or 3 rather than 4. Speaking of your book, you might also consider being a bubble chunker. Rather than bubble in each answer as you get it, write them all in your test booklet and then transfer them all at once to save yourself time going back and forth. Just don't leave this until the very last minute, because an answer has to be bubbled in for you to actually earn those all-important points. And folks, if you do this, it's super important that you make sure that you're bubbling in the correct numbers. So if you've got A, C, B, and A for questions 1 through 4, then make sure that you're bubbling in 1 for A, 2 for C, 3 for B, 4 for A. If you're careful, this can be a very nice time saver. And while we're on the topic of test tools, let's talk about your calculator. Now, there's a short section on which you're not allowed to use it, and then a longer section on which you are allowed to use it. But remember, folks, an option is not a mandate. Only use your calculator when it can save you time. If it'll take you longer to punch in the numbers than to do the arithmetic itself, then put that calculator down. Part of what the SAT tests on is your judgment about when the calculator is appropriate. In fact, don't even pick up your calculator until you've set up the question on the page and determine whether you even need the calculator. And finally, folks, make a plan and stick to it. I mean this in 3 ways. First, when you have to take your practice test, make a study plan geared toward your skills and your challenges. If you take one of our free practice tests, you'll get a detailed score report free of charge, and you can also attend one of our free in-person or online scores back sessions to break down your study plan. Next, make a plan for getting to the testing center early with all of the materials that you'll need so that you're not unnecessarily stressed going into the test. Folks, we got a video about what to do the day before the SAT right here. Check it out. And at last, make a plan for how you're going to take the test itself. If you decide you're not going to spend more than a certain amount of time on any one question, then do not deviate from that plan on test day. Folks, you can do this. As always, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more SAT, ACT, college tips, of course, including in-depth test taking strategies. And of course, give us a like and leave us a comment. Let us know what you'd like to know about the SAT.